Hi everybody, it's Dee Slater with Create with Dee. Welcome to my Live at 5. If you happen to be joining me live, I'm here on Thursday night instead of Wednesday night. Me and some of my Stampin' friends, we were so busy planning for a big event on Saturday called Stampapalooza. And we were wrapping all of the stuff up yesterday, and everything was a little crazy. I thought I could do live yesterday, but it just wasn't going to work out for it. So I'm here tonight. So as you come on, as always, if you want to say hi, I would love to see who's out there watching live, or even if you're watching the replay, please comment and say hello. And just that, I hope you do so. I always like to say hi and chat with you guys. All right, so tonight, I have a technique for you that's called a stack, cut, and switch technique. And I'm also featuring the new online exclusive paper called Shiny Christmas. It's a specialty designer paper. And I don't know if you can see this, but it is shiny, shiny goodness. Hi, Marge. Thanks for joining live. I just love, Marge, that you always do. And thank you so much for that. I so appreciate your friendship. All right, let's turn the camera around. Hi, Janet. And we will get started on this week's Live at 5 on a technique that I hope that you guys like. All right, let's turn the camera around. So this technique is called a stack, cut, and switch technique. And if you kind of look at these three cards here, we're going to make three cards kind of all at once, or at least get all of the cutting done all at once. So if you look on all three cards, each of these panels and sections are the same, and that's part of the technique. And I did want to show you this really pretty specialty paper here. It's got a foil kind of shine on one side. And it's got the colors of Cherry Cobbler and Mossy Meadow. So it's just a super pretty pack of designer paper. And and what I wanted to show you was the patterns are, I'm going to say like Christmas generic, in the fact that whatever stamp set that you have, I'm sure there's something that you have that would coordinate with it. All right, so it's a beautiful pack, something to consider. All right, so for this class, I went ahead and I've got things all ready to go. Hi, Cheryl. Oh, I know, me too. I love quick cards. So what we're going to need is three pieces of designer paper. On this one that we're going to do here tonight, it's cut at 3 3/4 by 5. On the samples that I did a 4 by 5 1/4, and then matted it so we can kind of see which matting looks that you like, whether you like it one size or the other. But you just need 3 patterns, all cut at or down at the same size. And what we want to do is we want to have a combination of what I might call busy patterns and not so busy patterns. So you can see here that on the holly one, the other side's polka dot, and that's a nice, all of these patterns are somewhat busy, but it's not going to compete too much with this. And then I think that the stripe is nice too. So I think all of these, like this kind of helps to tone down the other busier patterns on it. And so like here's what I did on the sample one. So I kind of had 2 patterns and then one that wasn't quite as busy, kind of anchors the other ones. Got 3 pieces of basic white cut at 4 by 5 1/4. Those are going to be for the inside. We're going to mat our cut pieces onto some Mossy Meadow. This is cut at 4 by 5 1/4. And I thought we'd do a little different card base, go the other way for a change of pace so that these cards can stand up in that manner. So these are 4 1/4 by 11. All right. So for the main attraction, what we're going to need again is 3 pieces of our designer paper and our paper trimmer. Again, these are all 3 3/4 by 5, and I'm going to stack them all together, and I'm going to cut them all at once. So this is the stack part, and there's no right or wrong way of cutting it. You can cut whatever angle that you like. I just kind of have gotten into this groove that, you know, I kind of like to come down this way first for some reason. And again, it doesn't, yours is going to be totally your way of doing it. So this is, we stack, now we're going to cut it once. I'm going to come back through on that. All right, so we'll put that one aside. And now we'll take our other one and, you know, just however that you feel, let's see, how do I want this one? Oh, let's go this way. So I got to kind of line it back up because I want them to all be equal. And let's just do something a little different than what I have on the first one, because it won't matter however we want to do it. All right. So now we've got our stack and we've cut them. Now comes the switch part. So let's go ahead and we'll get our stacks. And we'll kind of put our puzzle pieces back together a little bit. Oops, here we go. This is why I have to do this first and get it all where it lines up. There we go. All right, so here's our pieces. Now here's the fun switch part. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and take all of these apart. And we start to switch up the patterns. So I'm going to do this, and then whichever one that, you know, it's missing, you just kind of fill in the blank. So that's going to be 1. So now we'll do this one. And you grab the one that's the fill in the blank. And we'll do our last one. Oops, that's not right. There we go. So we just made 3 card bases. Hi, Linda. Hi, Doreen. All right, so that's our switch. So we did one, you know, we cut them all at once. And since we did that, we've got all 3 of them are, you know, mirror images of each other, but now we can mix and match these. All right, so we'll take our matting cardstock, and I'm just going to kind of push these up. And I'm going to get my liquid glue. So my sample that I showed here at first, it just has an 1/8 of an inch border on it. This one's going to have a little larger border. And for some reason, I always start in the bottom corner. You pick whatever corner you like to start with, but I just kind of work from, my brain works left to right. And we'll get that. Now these are going to nest close to each other. The puzzle pieces are going to, like, there's no, what do I want to say? There's no seam in it. You're going to match them all right up so they're close to each other. And this is, I think, a great project for either mass producing, you know, so if you want to not think too hard on a layout for a lot of cards. Oops, look how I glued that so crazy crooked. Can you see how I did that? That one is crazy. But if you, you know, had like even a full, like 3 full sheets of designer paper, you are going to have what, 6 times 3, you'd have 18 cards that you could use with this manner and kind of mix and match the patterns within your designer paper. And, you know, have a little fun with the layout on it. Now let's see if I can glue my next one a little better. So I had come across this technique, and it looks like it's been out for a little while. So has anybody that's watching here ever tried this stack, cut, and switch technique before? And I got to just make sure I've got the right side gluing down. So we'll get that on. And that one looks so much better. I just love this. It's such a pretty way of doing the, I think our pattern paper, since so much of our pattern paper coordinates within the pack, you know, that's what it's designed to do. And then this new shiny Christmas is so pretty. It's what Stampin' Up calls an online exclusive, meaning it's not in any of the catalogs, but you can find it online. And if you are on the Stampin' Up store, it's, stampinup.net. You can click on what's new, and that's where you can find any of these new online exclusives. Oh my goodness. I am not gluing very well tonight, but let's try that. Good thing I didn't have it too saturated. I could pull that up. So I might be in a little bit of a fog where, I'm not really able to walk and chew gum at the same time tonight. But oh my goodness, we're going to have so much fun this weekend at Stampapalooza. And I hope that all of you guys can join me early next week, Monday and Tuesday. What I'm going to do is I'll be not any set schedule, but just live throughout the 2 days. I'll be sharing the projects that we made so that you too can enjoy it. Okay, so there's our card bases. Do you like it? Oh my gosh, I just am a little bit like, when I find a new layout that I like, it's like I just want to not do anything but just keep trying different patterns. But I love that. All right, so let's go ahead and we'll get our card base. I think I've got all of my bone folders. Oh, no, here we go. And what I wanted to show here too tonight with this designer paper, it's kind of like I started out by saying, it's nice to find that paper that you don't necessarily feel like you have to have a certain maybe coordinating stamp set with. That this paper, if you're looking for something to go along with stamps you already have, I think this might be a great option for you. What I did on the sample cards, I'm going to do a different bundle with what we'll stamp with tonight. But with my sample bundle here, I used the Merriest Tree bundle. And it's got these 3 different layers of trees. And I thought I just would show you. I used the littlest one here. And just pardon my stamping. I know that's not the best, but then I kind of liked it, so I didn't even turn it over. But this is a tree image, and then wishing you a Merry Christmas. And I used the fern embossing folder on that one. So just, kind of a sweet card on that. Here I did the same tree, but I didn't emboss it. I stamped it, and then it has a little trunk there. And then I just have that on the inside. And then on this one, I used the main sentiment here and a little bit of the sparkly gems, and then used another sentiment, on the inside there. So that's kind of, picking up this tree pattern a little bit on it. But I just kind of, again, wanted to share that, this can be fairly, what do I want to say? I don't want to say generic, but, it's just traditional Christmas motifs. And so I'm going to say, hey, what about if we use our very cute stamp set with this? So what I'm going to do is I've got my newest, well, I always like a good layering die set, and the deckled circles are awesome. That's definitely one that I would say, if you like your layering images, that one's one to maybe consider. And let's go ahead and I'll just do one here tonight together just so that you can kind of see how these might work. And let's see, I think this one, does that fit? No, that doesn't fit. Let's do Warm Wishes. And I've got my cherry cobbler. And Warm Wishes in the middle. Flip it over. Try again. I'll do that. And I'll layer that onto, so that was basic white layered onto our, the next size up of the Mossy Meadow. And that. Okay. And let's see here. This is going to be on the inside. And let me go ahead. Now we can do Christmas is Better together. Okay, who can see where I just put that? Look, it's not even there. Oh, here it is. It helps if I put it in the spot that it's supposed to be. I tell you what, girls and guys watching, I am just not to be played with too much here tonight. So now we're going to do Christmas is Better together. Stamp that here on the top. And believe it or not, the only thing that I've had to drink today is, you know, coffee and water. So, you know, there's nothing funny going on here. Oh, shoot. And then I thought it would be, even though, yes, there's the matching polar bear punch, but I thought I just would show you how we can make some cute cards with just the other images that are in it. And we can do that. And then the stamp set on the Berry Christmas has these little hats and such that we can put on our polar bears. All right, there we go. So again, the point is just to show you how that you can, you know, take either some of your new stamp sets, or even, you know, your new or your existing stamp sets and just have some fun with this paper. And I'm going to put one of this new ribbon. Because this is so shiny, I'm all about then this other shiny ribbon. This one's the iridescent ribbon. So whoever gets this, it's just going to be, you know, nothing but sparkly goodness. And on this one, I'm just going to tie, and like I'm not going to tie a bow, I'm just going to tie a knot off to the side. So I wrapped it around both of those, and I'll just tie a knot. And you can put it like kind of in the center here where those intersect if you'd like. And I'll go ahead and get the tails cut down a little bit. Angle cut this one a little more. All right, and we'll get some adhesive, some liquid glue on the back of this. And, you know, you could stamp all three of the sentiments the same. Again, you could get a little assembly line going if you wanted that all to be the same. Or you can mix and match it the way I did. Oh my gosh, and look, I picked the craziest one to do that. You know, there is no, it's homemade, you know, it's made with nothing but love in our hearts. And I'll go ahead and put a couple of dimensionals on this one more. It's kind of a big one. That way it stands up all the same way. And we'll get that over top. I just kind of wanted to show how that you could decorate this one if you'd like. And kind of think outside the box with your color combinations too. You know, so like, of course we haven't seen a green polar bear, but you know, we'll just grab those colors that are in the paper. And so this one's more whimsical on that. And then this one might be a little fancier, but I just wanted you to see how either one of, like, again, how our stamp sets can mix and match and play with that. Okay, let me turn the camera around on here. Yes, Marge, everything, you're right. It could be, you know, any occasion on this. However, it's not just Christmas. It's a fun layout to try. And let me go ahead and kind of show you what we did here again, and then some of my early samples. So again, it's like, this is, so I have 6 cards here ready to go, doing 3 at a time with the stack, cut, and switch technique on it. And you'll have, you know, a batch of holiday cards or any occasion cards, is what Marge said, at your, you know, in no time at all. Well, thank you guys so much for watching. If you liked or had anything in here that you liked, I'd really appreciate a heart or a thumbs up. If there's somebody that you think would like this video, please share it with them. And I hope that you have a great rest of your week. Oh, next week I won't be doing live at 5 on Wednesday because I'm going to be jam-packed with videos for you guys on Monday and Tuesday of next week. So I won't be here next Wednesday, but please watch for videos and live announcements, or you know, you might see notices that I had gone live. You can catch a whole lot of videos early next week. Okay, everybody, have a great night and happy crafting. Bye-bye.